Hello, and welcome to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I am Kat, the Nurse Flipper. I am going to show you what we sold on eBay over this weekend. We have $1,667 going out on eBay, as well as some Poshmark and Etsy sales that are pretty decent ones. Good variety of stuff going out today. Super excited to show you what sold. All right, so the first item is actually a travel-on purse. I haven't pulled it yet because it just sold. I picked this purse up for $4 at the thrift store about a month ago, and it sold for $20 plus the buyer paid shipping. I will pop it up here for you to see. It is a nylon purse. It was brand new, had never been used, and that is going to be about a $12 profit, and it sold really quick in under a month. Up next is an Elvis Ornament. This is a Viva Las Vegas little Elvis ornament. It does have to push here, but this is not functioning anymore. So I might actually message this buyer to make sure that they want it, if they want it just for the look, or if they're not going to want it if it doesn't play. That one I paid less than $2 for. It sold for $14. So it's about a $9 profit, and it actually sold in under 2 weeks. The buyer did pay shipping. Up next is a really nice, cool Corning pen. So this is from Corning Glass. This is actually a pen from the 1939 World's Fair. I know that because it was in a display box that had markings. If you just found this pen, it would be pretty hard to identify. I picked this up in Pennsylvania over a year ago, hanging out with a crazy lamp lady in Dagny at Flying Pig Thrifts. I paid about $25 for it. It sold for $75, so it's going to be about a $40 profit, and it took over a year to sell. So some of the higher price rarer items, you do have to wait for the right buyer to come along. I have sold, I think, 3 others. I got a total of 14. I've sold 3. I paid $400 for all, so I'm still actually not in the profit on that lot. So some stuff unfortunately takes a little bit longer, but those pens were just too cool of a collection from the World's Fair in 1939 not to get them. Up next is a license plate. This is a British Columbia Canadian plate. I paid $2 for all of my license plates. This one sold for $16.24, and the buyer paid $6 in shipping, making it about a $12 profit. Up next is a Longaberger basket liner. I knew which one it fit because it does have the sticker. It is a large picnic basket in holly pattern. I paid $1 for this. It sold for $19.49 in about a month, and the buyer paid $6 in shipping, so this one's going to be about a $14 profit. Up next is a playbill. Some of these can be super valuable. I bought a lot of them really cheap. I'm only pennies in. This one is from Cats from Miami Beach, Florida. This one actually sold international for $9, making it about a $6 profit, and this one took about a year to sell, so it took a little longer to sell. Not a big profit, so I probably would stay away from these same playbills, but I know there are some that are worth quite a bit of money. Next, we have a cute little Longaberger basket. This is a little tree trimming basket. It's in a star shape. You can see it is new. Does have the protector, and it does have the tie-on in there as well, and it is new in the box. I paid about $10. This one sold for $17, so it's actually only about a $5 profit, but some of the baskets that were in the lot with it were very valuable, so I'm happy to be on the positive, and it sold in about a month. Up next is an Apollo 11 pen. This one says Apollo 11. You can see it is new still on its little tag. This one I paid 50 cents for. It sold for $9.74, making it about an $8 profit. This one's actually going international as well, so the buyer paid $12 in shipping. So people will pay more than the item costs for shipping sometimes, depending on what it is. And little pens like that are so easy to list as well as store. I like buying lots of them because I'm in cheap and they're great little filler items. If you're not having good sales and you sell a few small things like that, it really can add up. And that one sold in under a month, so it actually sold pretty fast. Up next is some really cool Batik Placemats. I actually found these at Goodwill. I have a video I'll put in the link to it up top, because I paid 59 cents a piece for these, so about $3, and these sold in about 6 months. Took a little bit longer, but they sold for $31.18, making them over a $20 profit. Linen, again, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship, and it won't break. So I absolutely love picking up linen. If you don't look at the linen, I would start. All right, up next is a Kachina doll. So I have started selling them again because I just listed some new ones. This one was a really great sale, and this guy is super cool. He is Gray Wolf. He is shooting his arrow there, and here is the other side. He is kneeling, and he is signed, and he sold for $110. I paid about $10 for him, so he's about a $75 profit, and he sold in under a month. And there are actually 2 more Kachinas going out today that sold for great prices as well. And then some yarn. This yarn is Red Heart. It's like a really soft pink one. Paid less than $1. I bought a big bin of yarn at Goodwill for $15, and I'm already in the profit. This one sold for $9.74 for one, plus the buyer paid shipping. And yarn's another I love the non-breakables, but you know I love the breakable stuff as well. I just really want to see the profit if I'm shipping something that is fragile. I will tell you, those Kachina dolls are pretty fragile, so I put them in the same category as glass because they are very, very fragile. Up next is a really cute ornament. I absolutely love this. It's an octopus with Santa, and that's what I put in my title. He actually sold in under a month for $16.24. He is not marked or branded. That is a little, maybe that's a signature of an artist, I'm not sure. But this ornament sold for $16. I paid $1. He is about a $13 profit, and he sold very fast. Next is an oil dip dot. So these little, it's basically just a dot. This is what the Harley Davidson dealerships give people when they come and get their oil change. This one is from Daytona. So Daytona Beach, of course, is going to be popular with Bike Week, and this one sold for $6.49. It's my friend Charlene, and that one will be about $2 each to me and Charlene as far as profit. Up next is a license plate. This one is from New Hampshire, 1968. This one sold for $12.99 in about 2 months. I paid $1, so this one is about a $9 profit. Buyer paid $6 in shipping. This is probably my favorite item going out this week. I love my Kachinas, but I like this a little more. This is a beautiful pulled feather paperweight. Beautiful detail you can see there. This one does have the sticker. This is an Orient and Flume. It is also signed here on the bottom. So when you see paperweights, look for signatures either around that bottom or here on the bottom. This one though was kind of on the side. This paperweight I paid $50 for. It sold for $140, so it's actually about a $75 profit. Took about 8 months to sell, so a little bit longer, but it is an awesome piece, and really a really good profit on a tiny little egg. And then another license plate. This one is an Indiana Drive Safely. This one sold for $20. Again, $2 in. This one's about a $14 profit. All right, up next is a pharmaceutical sales rep item, and I have spoke about this on multiple occasions. If you're not looking at pharmaceutical rep stuff, I would start. So these are Ass Effects. They're just little coasters. There are 2 of them, really pretty cobalt blue. I paid $1 for these, and they sold for $15.58, so they're about a $10 profit. They did take about 4 to 5 months to sell. Buyer paid $6 in shipping. All right, this next one is actually 2 sales going out to the same buyer. One of these items is damaged and one of them is not. So this is going to let you see the price difference. Now I'll tell you, the one that is not damaged is actually already boxed up, so I'm not going to show you, but the one that is broke is the same one, just with some flaws. So I sold the first one and it was returned, and now it is resold. So I had used Instapack to ship it because it's so expensive, and I just kept that with the return, and I'll ship it out again with that. So I told her I would combine shipping, but I honestly might end up shipping them separately. Now here, this is a Limoges oyster plate. So the one that is not damaged, which you can't really see the damage when you just look at this, I will show you it in a minute. The one that is not damaged sold for $275. I am about $25 into each of these, so that first one's over a $200 profit. This one here sold for $95, so it's still over a $50 profit. I did not know when I bought this on HiBid that it had issues. Now here on the back, you can see it is cracked. It is cracked, it has been repaired, and that is why I could not get as much. You can see a tiny chip here on the front, but when you pull it out, can't really see much of that damage, but it does have a significant fix. So it sold for about 1/3 of the non-damaged one. So the buyer actually is $370 into those. I paid $50, so altogether about a $250 profit, and they took about 6 to 8 months to sell. Watch for oyster plates. Watch for oyster plates because I've seen quite a few really valuable oyster plates. So keep an eye out for that kind of shape that would be for serving oysters. Up next is a really pretty Afghan, and you would think it would sell for more, but I only got $15. Now I only paid $4, so I'm still making about a $9 profit, and it's not gonna break. So when I see these at the thrift store, I want to rescue them. Someone spent a lot of time making this. So if I can make $9, send it to a happy new home, I am okay with that. I have gotten up to $100 for them. It really just depends. This one I would have thought would have went for more, but unfortunately it did not. Up next is a Tampa Bay license plate that's plastic. Plastic plate. Sold for $25.99. It is vintage. I paid $2 right along with the, or $1. I think it was $1 in a plate, not $2. I think I've been saying $2. I'm about $1 in. This one sold for $25.99, so it's about a $20 profit, and sold in 2 months. And then this one is not impressive. Not impressive. This mossy oak shirt I got from my friend Pepper for $1. Sold for $3.33, so it's about a $1.50 profit. It took over a year to sell. Here's one that took over 2 years to sell. So if you think your stuff isn't selling, some of it can take a while, just like this one. This is a Denim & Co. sweater, a green sweater, and this one sold for $3 too. It's another $1.50 profit. Guys, it's not all big money, at least not for me, and it doesn't all sell fast. That one took over 2 years. That was from a pallet. So that is one of the reasons I stopped buying pallets, because you do get some really good stuff, but you also get a lot of stuff that will sit forever. And I would rather have pretty stuff I like looking at if it's going to sit forever versus some sweaters. I don't know. Can you hear my chicken laying an egg? She's out there doing the chicken song. All right. Up next is some Easter bunnies. There are 3. 1, 2, and 3. They're just little made in China. They were in one of my lots. They're really cute though, and I paid about $1 for them. They sold for $16.24, so they're about a $12 profit, and they actually sold in under a month, pretty fast, and actually surprising to me. I haven't found that Easter stuff is super collectible, so that is one of the things that's seasonal. Halloween, Christmas, that stuff sells year round. Easter stuff, I haven't had much luck selling year round. Let me know if you have. I would be interested to hear, because most of the other holidays seem to sell year round, but Easter is not one that I've done well with selling. And then we sold another dip dot for another $5, so another $2 to me and Charlene. All right, this license plate's cool. It's 100 years old, so you would think a lot of money, but it sold for $22.73. I'm $1 in. It's about a $17 to $18 profit, sold in 2 months. So don't think just because something is old that it's going to sell for a lot. Now, the dealer that had this before me, you can see had an $8 price on it. So like if I had found this with them, not in an online auction, I would not have paid that $8 to sell it for $22. Next is a really cool crab brooch. It is a wreath. You can see it's got the little crab there, shells, turtle, little sand dollar. Really, really cute. This one took about a year to sell. It sold for $10.38. I paid about $2 for that. So it's about a $6 profit. And again, something that took a while to sell. All right, 2 more Kachinas. This one is mud face. So if you find any that look like this is mud face. And this one is signed as well. These are pretty small if you see. This little guy sold for $50. Again, I'm 10 in, so he's about a $30 profit. And then this one is Roadrunner. He's actually missing an ear there. And he is also signed. He sold for $64.35. So he's going to be about a $45 profit. All of these Kachinas have been listed right at a month now. So they're selling pretty decent. I did buy a big lot of about 40 of them. And I think we've sold 5 or 6 already, which is pretty decent because most Kachinas are longer tail because it takes the right buyer to come along and find them. Up next, do you remember Mr. Rogers? Well, this is an Izod Lacoste Mr. Rogers sweater. I paid $1. I paid $1 for this. It sold for $38, making it about a $30 profit. Did take about 6 months, but if you see any Mr. Rogers, and the button-up ones sell for about $100. So watch for vintage Izod Lacoste. There is the tag. They can be really big money. Next is a notepad. This little notepad, again, pharmaceutical rep item, paid less than $1. This one sold for $7.78. So it's about a $5 profit. What I did was buy all of that stuff. Some of it is sold higher depending on what medication it is or what location. That one was kind of a generic one, but it's still a $5 profit. This is a really pretty tapestry throw. I love picking these up. I can typically get them for $3 to $5 at the thrift store. And this one I paid $3.99. It sold for $20.47 in about 2 months. So it's about a $12 profit. Up next is a brochure, another item that took over 2 years to sell. This one is Sedona Oak Creek Canyon, and I paid less than $1. This one sold for $4, so it is about a $2.50 profit. All right, I'm going to show you the last 2 eBay items, and then we have some amazing sales going out on the other platforms. So this is a really cute little crown blown glass ornament. This one sold for $17 plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. I just wrap these in a lot of bubble wrap and put them in. Typically I do 8x6x4 boxes. That one might be okay in a 4x4 because it's small, and I have not had any break that way. And then last on eBay is these Arco Rock. I just love this pattern, so I had to get them. Only paid a couple bucks. They sold for $10.38, so they're about a $7 profit, but at least they're smaller plates, so they won't be horrible to pack. Now, I do want to talk for a minute. I want to first thank all of you for your purchases and coming into my Whatnot sale yesterday. But this Friday is a really, really big sale. So it is the silver or sterling silverathon. It is a 3-day event of nothing but sterling and fine jewelry pieces. I will be on Friday from 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of the rest of the amber that you are seeing now will be for sale on Whatnot. I also have a ton of beautiful sterling pieces. It will be nothing but sterling and amber, all fine jewelry, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday on Whatnot. And there will be other sellers starting at noon, running all the way Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you've been looking for some jewelry, it's getting close to Christmas. Now would be a really good time to find some good deals for Christmas presents. Go over to Whatnot, check out the Sterling Silverathon. Come see me. If you are interested in the amber, you should get some really, really great deals on that. And I hope to see you there. I'm excited. This is my first extravaganza type event that I have been in. So I'm happy to participate. I will be on for 3 hours from 3 to 6, and I will have over 100 items. All right, now over on Poshmark, I offered this perfume bottle on my live sale with Yvonne last week. It didn't sell. Luckily, it didn't. It sold on Poshmark for $62. Really, really pretty confetti glass with the stopper there, about 8 to 9 inches. And this one sold for $62 on Poshmark. I actually only paid about $10, so it's about a $40 profit after fees. And then on Poshmark as well, I sold this National Champions Auburn t-shirt. I paid 99 cents, sold for $19. So it's about a $13 profit after fees, and it sold pretty fast. And then we sold a license plate on Poshmark. Everything sells on Poshmark. If you don't know, put everything on Poshmark. This license plate sold for $17 over on Poshmark, making it about a $13 profit. This is a Denver Broncos throw blanket. Denver Broncos throw blanket. I paid $3 at the thrift store. It sold for $26 on Posh, making it about a $15 profit. Sold in about 2 months. Also sold these Fire King Peach Luster Bowls, 6 of them for 15 bucks. Not overly worth it, only about an $8 profit, but at least they're gone. Those are another item that came with a lot of some really good glass, so I just listed them because I had them. I think in the future though, if they're that low for that many pieces, I probably will just donate or give them away. All right, we have a lot going out on Etsy, and there's some good ones. First is this pumpkin basket. You can see the pumpkin tie on. Here is the lid, really cool with the little stem. Really nice fall basket. The buyer was $120 in. This is over a $75 profit. See the orange on the bottom. As with all Longaberger baskets, it is marked, and that was a great sale on Etsy. And then this license plate, 1945 Maine, the buyer was $53 all in. So this one's about a $40 profit over on Etsy. And then, you know, I love Kachinas and I love Kokopellis. This is a 17-inch wall hook. This one sold for $42 all in on Etsy. I only paid $1 for this at a yard sale, so it's about a $35 profit. And then this is a really pretty Royal Grafton teacup. This teacup, really pretty, sold for $55 on Etsy. $55. I'm only a couple of dollars in, so this is over a $40 profit. Last on Etsy, over $35 for this little shoe ornament. This is from the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and this was a great sale. I paid $1. It's over a $35 profit. All right, that is going to wrap everything up. I really hope to see you in the Sterling Silverathon on Friday on Whatnot. Again, thank you for all of your purchases yesterday on Whatnot as well. I'm really enjoying Whatnot, and I'm having to figure out a new balance. I actually have not listed on eBay very much in over 2 weeks. So now that I'm back from the Prison to Profit convention, if you missed that video, check out Monday's video. I had a really busy week last week, so I'm hoping I can kind of get back in, get it organized in here. It's a mess, which stresses me out, and that's what I will be doing today and tomorrow, is going through, organizing things, and then I need to make a new schedule now that I have a new platform in my life. I need to figure out a good balance between everything I'm doing, which can be a little difficult. So I'm going to try and figure that out. I appreciate you hanging out with me in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the live show last night. I will see you Friday on Whatnot, as well as a video Friday night. It will be a research video. I'm not going to tell you what it's on, but look for that Friday night at 9 p.m. as well. Bye for now.